Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making a DIY mermaid Halloween costume. So I got this part of the costume from the 99-cent store. They have the skirt for children size. This is for children, I forgot to mention. And they had this skirt for $1.99 and it comes with like half tutu and then half mermaid. And then I went to Hobby Lobby to find something that looked similar to make this shirt out of. So I found this. It's not the same exact color, but it's close enough. It's also like a green purple color. So I got half a meter of this. Half a meter is too much, so I decided to make some extra accessories to go with the costume. And then I got this shirt because I was first thinking of DIYing it. Where I'll just like put some sparkly stuff on it to make it look like the mermaid skirt, but then I found this, so I'm just gonna get the fabric and glue it onto the shirt instead of just sewing and making everything so difficult. But if you guys want to do that, you guys can definitely make the shirt out of the actual fabric and not glue it onto a shirt. And then I got these hair accessories so I can make a bow hair clip. Yes, so we're gonna glue it onto this. And then I got these sandals for her, but this is too big for my daughter and they didn't have any smaller sizes, so I decided that I would just get this and DIY it myself. So I'm just gonna take like a small little piece of it off. It's like almost her size, but it's just a tad too big. So I'm gonna put her shoe over it and see where it ends. I already did that and it ended like right here, so that's her size. So I'm gonna cut it off with the cutter right around here. And then I'm gonna obviously add the mermaid fabric to it as well, and I'm gonna take this off so it's gonna be like a slip-on kind of. I know that for toddlers her age, she's only 2, they usually put like the elastic behind the leg so that it could hold on, but I don't have that, so I'm going to try it without it, and if it doesn't stay on her feet, I will have to get the elastic and put it on. So that's also optional if you guys want to do that, or if you guys don't want to do it. And then I've got some glue and a cutter, of course, and also I forgot to mention that this tutu on the skirt is too long, so I'm going to have to take it off. I'll insert a picture of what it looks like on her, because I tried it on her and it was a little too big, so I just need to cut some of this tutu off. And I kind of want to make it a little bit shorter than her size, so it can be like a short little skirt and not too long and have her like fall over it or whatever. So let's get started. So to start off, we are going to lay the shirt onto the fabric and cut around it. You don't have to make it exactly the same size because we will cut all of the excess in the next step. So we're going to cut the fabric along the seam where they are stuck to each other so that it could be 2 different pieces, and then we're going to start gluing it all over the shirt. I recommend using fabric glue because it did not work out that well with me using just normal glue, where I had the shirt get stuck to the other side of the shirt. So I suggest using fabric glue or just making the shirt out of the fabric itself. I think that would be very ideal and best, but this is the way I chose to do it. And I did notice that I needed to add some cardboard in between both layers of the shirt so that they don't get stuck to each other, because the glue made the shirt soaking wet. So I could feel that I was going to get stuck, so I added a piece of the cardboard in between both sides and I started to glue the other side again. And I recommend using a brush like I'm using to brush and make all of the glue even so that it's not too much glue on one side or the other. And we are going to glue the other piece of the fabric onto the other side of the shirt. And we're just going to set it aside to the next day and work on something else. So we're going to get the skirt. As I said before, it was too big, so we're just going to cut it off at the length that we want it to be. And as I stated in the beginning, that I had 2 big sandals for her and they weren't really her size and I couldn't find any her size. I actually found some like a couple days later and I bought them, and they have the elastic in the back that I was telling you guys about already onto it, so we don't even have to worry about that. So I suggest making your life easier and getting that as well. So we're just getting the fabric And we are going to scallop it at the very bottom to make like little scalloped edges, and we're gonna glue this onto the sandal. So there are two different ways. This is the first way to do it, and then there's another way to do it as well. So we need 3 fabric pieces for each sandal, so 6 altogether. And we're just gonna glue them layer on top of each one, so it's gonna look like 3 different layers. The good thing about this fabric is that it's stretchy, so it's not going to be too tight around the children's leg. It does look like it's kind of tight, but it does stretch out, trust me. And then we are going to make sure that it does not rip, because flip-flops usually tend to rip right there, so I just hot glued it down so that I know for sure it won't rip and it'll last a long time. And then for the second one, or different style, second style of the flip-flops, we are just going to get some of the fabric and cut it into small little skinny strips. And we're going to glue it all around like the part of the flip-flop that's plastic, or the part that shows when you wear it. So however your flip-flop or shoe looks like, you just glue the fabric all around the part that's going to be showing when you wear the shoe or the flip-flop. I think this is very plain, but it's really nice looking as well. It looks like you bought it like that. You didn't even DIY it, so I think this one looks better than the first style, in my opinion. I really like the way this one looked more, to be honest. And you can even add like a little bow or something at the back elastic or at the very front, but I like the way this one looked, honestly, more than the other style. Now it is the next day. The shirt has dried up. As you can see, it kind of looks like it's stuck to the cardboard, and it surely was. There was a small little piece of it that was stuck to the cardboard, and it's a good idea that I put the cardboard in between both layers, because I was pretty sure that they were going to get stuck to each other and it would have been very hard for me to remove them. So we're going to cut all of the extra fabric off so that it could be the same size as the shirt. This is where it kind of gets messy and hard, but I honestly suggest just making the shirt out of it, or using the fabric itself to make the shirt, or make a dress out of it instead of getting 2 separate items, the shirt and the skirt. I think a dress would look better. So I'm just cutting off all of the excess pieces, and there are some of the sides and edges that did not glue well, so I'm going to re-glue them down. And the shirt is kind of stiff now, where it doesn't really bend as it used to. First it was like cotton material, so it would just bend and it was flexible and all that, but now that I have this glued on, it's really stiff and hard to bend, so I'm not sure if this is a failed DIY or what, but honestly, in my opinion, my daughter is always really scared to just wear something new for some reason. I'm not sure why. Even the shoes, she said no, she doesn't want to try them on so I can see if they were her size or not. So I'm not sure if she will end up wearing this or not. I even got her a costume and she said no, she didn't want to try it on. So I'm not really sure if I will be using this as her costume or not, but it is a great DIY to use for your children if they're not scared or afraid of trying new things. And then in this part, I'm just gluing down the extra edges and sides that were not glued. I'm just using some clear glue and I'm using my finger to glue it down because my daughter broke the little brush that I was using and I have no other one. So I'm just gluing this side down and waiting for it to dry again. So guys, this is the final result. I didn't end up making any hair bows or hair ties, hair accessories, because my daughter does not really keep them on at all. So I decided to just not make any because they were not even going to be used. So I only made the shirt, the skirt, and the shoes. I decided to stick with these sandals instead of the ones that have like little flaps up here. These kind of look better. And of course we didn't do much to the skirt other than just making it a little bit shorter. And this is the shirt. You can still see some purple, but that's the inside of the shirt, that's not the outside. So once it's worn, you will not be able to see any of the purple at all. So as you can see, I was saying before about how it's stiff and it's not really foldable, but I think that's how it's supposed to be because of the fabric and the glue. As you can see, there's like little dry spots from the glue right there. So I think that's normal because of the glue. Layla likes to touch it, but she won't wear it. Like, she really wants to put the shoes on, but she's too scared to. I don't know why, but if she did, I would put it on her, but she's not really letting me. So you guys are going to have to wait until Halloween to actually see it on her, because I'm going to put it on her if she likes it or not, because I made this costume for her. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Say bye, Lila. Can you say bye? No? Okay. Well, bye, guys.